Hey everyone, welcome back to Lavoria Network, the place where real emotions, real choices, and real-life stories come alive. Today's story is one that shook me to my core. It's about trust, betrayal, and the kind of pain that doesn't come from strangers, but from someone you love and raise as your own. I never thought I'd be sitting here sharing this, but sometimes, telling your truth helps others heal. My stepson, someone I treated like my own flesh and blood, stole my identity to buy a gaming PC. Yeah, you heard that right. Not borrowed, not asked, stole. And the worst part? He mocked me when I found out. Let me take you back to how it all began. It was an ordinary Thursday evening. I came home from work, exhausted but happy. I had just gotten a small bonus at work and was planning to surprise my family with a nice dinner. My stepson, Tyler, was in his room, door shut, lights flickering from his computer screen. Typical teenager stuff, I thought. Over the past few months, I noticed something off about him. He had started spending more time online, always wearing his gaming headset, and often ignoring us during family dinners. I brushed it off as just a phase. After all, being a step-parent is tricky. You try not to push too hard or step over boundaries. A few days later, I got an alert from my bank about a new credit card under my name. I was confused. I hadn't applied for anything. I assumed it was some clerical mistake. But then another email came, showing a large purchase, a $3,499 gaming PC setup, complete with dual monitors and RGB lights. My heart sank. I hadn't bought anything. I rushed to the living room, opened my laptop, and pulled up my bank account. There it was, pending payments, all linked to my name. I froze. My wife saw me panicking and came over asking what happened. I could barely speak. I said, "Someone stole my identity." She gasped and started worrying too. I called the credit company immediately, reported fraud, and they said it was an online purchase delivered to our address. Wait, our address? That didn't make sense. My stomach churned. I looked toward Tyler's room. Could it be? No. He wouldn't. Would he? Trying to stay calm, I walked to his room and knocked. "Tyler, can we talk?" I asked. He mumbled, "Busy." I opened the door anyway. There, glowing in the dark, was a brand new gaming setup, the same one from the order receipt. My blood went cold. I asked him, "Where did you get this?" He shrugged, eyes glued to the screen. "Bought it," he said casually. My voice trembled. "With whose money, Tyler?" He paused, turned around, and smirked. "Yours, apparently. You should check your password security, old man." That moment broke something in me. Not the money, not even the theft, but that mocking grin. I had worked my whole life to build a name, a home, a family. And in a few clicks, my own stepson tore through all that. My wife stood frozen in shock. We had a huge argument that night. Tyler showed no remorse. He said it wasn't a big deal, that he'd pay it back someday. My wife tried to defend him at first, saying he was just a kid. But I couldn't accept that excuse. Identity theft isn't a mistake. It's a crime. I spent days fixing the mess. Hours on the phone with banks, emails with fraud departments, freezing my credit report. And every time I looked at him, I saw a stranger. Someone who didn't value trust. He stopped talking to me altogether. Even when I tried to explain how serious it was, he just rolled his eyes. A week later, he posted a video online bragging about his new PC setup, saying, "Some people work hard for their gear, others just find shortcuts." I couldn't believe it. He was mocking me publicly. My friends started sending me screenshots. I felt humiliated. That night, I sat alone in the living room, staring at the flickering lights from his room. I wondered where I went wrong. I gave him everything: stability, a roof, love and care. I never treated him differently from my own son. But maybe to him, I was just a wallet. My wife broke down crying, blaming herself. She finally understood how deep the betrayal went. We grounded Tyler, took away the setup, and reported the fraud formally. It felt wrong to press charges against family, but it was the only way to teach him accountability. He didn't talk to us for months. But maybe silence was better than the disrespect. Every time I saw that empty desk where the PC used to be, I remembered the lesson. Trust can't be rebuilt on silence. Months later, I got a letter from the credit company confirming the case was resolved. I got my money back. But the emotional damage? That never got refunded. One evening, I found Tyler sitting in the backyard, tears in his eyes. He said, "I didn't think it would hurt you this bad. I just wanted something of my own." I sighed. You already had something of your own, Tyler, a family. Sometimes, forgiveness isn't about forgetting what happened. It's about remembering the lesson and still choosing peace. I told him I forgave him, but he had to earn my trust back, slowly, one honest action at a time. And that's the hardest part of being family. You can't always choose who hurts you, but you can choose how you rise afterward. So, to anyone listening, don't let betrayal make you bitter. Let it make you stronger, wiser, and more aware. Because sometimes, life's toughest lessons come from the people you least expect. Thank you for listening to my story. If this touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Lavoria Network. Because every story deserves to be heard, even the painful ones.